Hey guys, Ray here, back with more Spirit Island. Going to continue the barrage of games with Gaze, oh, upside down, into France 6. Fun Spirit, interesting picks, a lot of interesting decisions. France being as tight as it is in solo makes things very interesting. Really want to get a nice showcase off and try to better explain things for people as we're doing them, etc. Board A, fun board. Really like starting. So always take a look at the board when I start the game. Not to say it doesn't matter. Every board matters, but we got lots of interesting decisions on every board because of this. And board A there's, I guess, not an exception. There's tons of interesting decisions, and even with a player on the SI Discord, Lapic, we went through a bunch of these starting explorers. And this is another board where if we do start Sands first, we could do the top G3 top strategy to reposition into 5 and have access to every land, kill the town in 4, and even have access to 3 with Unbearable. So we'll see if this comes up. And I'm going to write down, please do France 6 every time I explore, and try to push my mind to start thinking about that on the explore. Better. Oh, we got the Sands Explorer start. This feels weird. I feel like I've rolled board A now a couple of times. I've been playing through these France games, and just Sands keeps coming up first. I feel like something seeded with the RNG is really weird in TTS. I don't know, man. I haven't done anything. I have no idea why. But we get to do the G3 top play again. Super cool start. And put our presence in 7 because next turn we want to skip. Does cause a backshift on tempo, which is why we are using Unbearable to hit the land upcoming to neutralize that. And also France 6. Please do France 6. Yeah. Of course, if the disease land is available and doesn't explore turn 1, I like putting it in the disease land, especially for Gaze here. Some other spirits play differently, but for Gaze, it's totally fine. So once again, G3 here does give us hyper flexibility on anywhere we want to do it. If we wanted to prevent a city into France, not a great idea because towns. So we can hit every land. We hit land 5, we hit land 4, we hit land 1, we hit land 3, because we'll jump into 4 to destroy the town with Scorching Convergence, and then use Unbearable from 4 to 3 to get the Explorers in 3. The other thing to note is, once again, this influences our drafts a little bit. We can draft heavier. We could even draft Major next turn if we really wanted to. And get rid of Wither, but I like Wither, so we'll see. We'll see. We do want to draft. It's going to be tight if we don't, because we're going to have to start reclaiming in order to time when we want to take our Blight. Okay, so that's enough about that. Like taking a look at the first event, probably not intended to be utilized advantageously, but it is an advantage for the player nonetheless to see what's available or taken out of the game. So Promising Farmland gone, pretty nice, because that's an extra town instead of an Explorer ahead of tempo against our small town bag in the solo. So we're going to build, and we're going to explore, and please do France 6. So we're exploring jungles, and our France 6 will be in the Beastland. Pretty nice to get that. Or that not have the explore. I mean, if it was, it would probably go into something like Land 8 anyway. So this is the play we talk about. We go left with Scorching Convergence. into land 4 to destroy the town because our battle line starts there. Really like the boards where we don't start in land 2, to be honest. I find it less flexible with the plays that you can make. There's a lot more dynamic adjustment if it's not the land 2 city land, which was super funny because during PT, the worry was, you know, if being in land 2 was strong at one point. Gonna push the explorers into land 2 with unbearable because regain our tempo. It stops 2 towns. And then we can France 6 there. So that's it for that guy. Don't have to reposition again. So we get to draft here. And I'm going to place in here because my skip is likely going out. It's because we have so much energy revenue now. We can go an early major. This will likely forget Wither for us. Or we could actually forget Unbearable. But like either or is pretty okay to do at this point since we don't really utilize them anymore. So if you wanted to go major here, totally doable. Not many players will, but you can. Minors counter France harder than majors, but we can kind of cheese stuff depending on what it is, right? I could take it at blight, so I could take a blight next turn in 8 to scale. Usually you want, for gaze, you're going to probably take about 1 into one of the first 3 ravages. I didn't want to take 1 on sands, even though normally the city land is a good option. Just because, like, you know, I could actually have done other really weird plays and being in different areas. But on the first turn, there's not too much information on where you want to place your presence. So, kind of a trade-off there. Could be in Dahan lands. But saving the Dahan, always a good option in France. Also doubles up with an event called Coordinated Defense, which is on 3 different events here. It's on the Harvest Bounty, Bureaucrats, and Overconfidence. I can't pull them out of the deck because I don't want to see the RNG, but the 3 coordinated strikes is a different one. 2 events, Bureaucrats and Overconfidence. So even 2 of those gives something like around 5 or 6% chance after NI to get a D5. And since our skip is up 2, we could use that D5 as a counterattack. So this is why going for saving your Dahan land is pretty good here. Even if it sets us back a little because we can't do anything to affect the next Explorer, causes kind of like a 2-turn dissonance. We can take Blight to scale, or I could reclaim and go in there, or I could move in there with with Scorching to be in there next turn and then reclaim, you know, skip or whatever. But because we're going to be reclaiming soon, this draft is very critical. We don't have Moon yet, and we really like Moon into France. Otherwise, we want like BR. Otherwise, we want tools to stop France, defense and stuff. So the minor deck is packed with goodies. I mean, almost all of the deck counters France. Isolates, and like even disease is useful, and most adversaries don't even use disease. Major would be the fun play. Major's not the good play. It's definitely the fun play. But let's take it to show it off. Because we've seen minors a couple times. Oh Lord. You telling me I don't need to play the skip this turn and I got a Moon? Guys, what is going on? Settle? I honestly, when I saw Settle come out, I was like, this is interesting. It can't move. How does Scorching work with Settle? Can you target a land and then you just don't move and you do damage? I'll have to ask. But the better ones... That's insane. 3 health worth of invaders. You just cleanse land A with that. Shit, I could even cleanse this. This turn. I could defend jungles next turn. I don't need the scale. And because it's a sun-moon power, this gives us the advantage if we don't play our skip to get our left and 8 next turn. So I like that because it's a turn 3 leverage. I'm going to get rid of Unbearable here because it's gone. Just give a little bit of opportunity to draft if I can play the Wither, but likely won't be able to. And we're going to skip this turn just to prey on that coordinated defense possibly happening. Next turn's the big turn for that. We don't, even though we could use it now and get a counterattack. Next turn, focus plus trees. It's looking very good. Oh, we got the fatalities. This is why I love land 2 stacking. Added the Han to one of its lands with the Han. Yes, I will. So now we are inbound for coordinated strikes as well. Add a Blight to a land with towns and cities, but costs 0, so I won't add Blight. And then fatalities. Sometimes I like doing the events from the bottom first, just because it influences how the top works. So reading it in that order can be good, even though it's a little bit confusing. Ah man, if only I did 1 more damage. Left and could do stuff. Jungles, Sands Ravage. This does nothing. And we're not worried about increasing aggression here, because increasing aggression does extra damage only when the stage 2 is revealed for interesting discoveries. And then the other one is a stage 3. So because it's stage 1 on the second Ravage, the Sands Explorer first is really insane for Gaze. Yeah, jungles. So Sands Ravage, nothing happens here. Skipped, build, explore. Please do France 6. Mountains. So we get our triangle trade here. And I can probably place that into 2. It's not too big of a deal, considering where we're at. Mountains is going to be our slave rebellion, but it will likely be this town. I could prevent the build for the mountains and take a Blight. That sounds interesting. Which means I'm going to stay where I'm at. So no Scorching Convergence, no slows. Please do France 6. We're going to put him back in the 1, or land 2. Taking the 1 Blight now is going to set up for a really big turn because of the synergy with the Sun Moon turn 3 and focus. So I really like this play. It also allows us to draft again. So this time I'm going to gain a minor. I'm going to set us up for repeats, which is this land. So this, because focus is 2 range from our sacred site, we are 2 range from everything, but likely we're going to hit both of these. And I'm kind of planning for trees to be in land 1 just to stop the triangle trade. This stops 2 towns from being on our board. We have a supply. We have supply, so we could be greedy. But I think taking the blight to get a little bit extra ahead and be able to double clear these lands, because we also have 4 damage from our Scorching Virgins, which we are not paying blight for, is also really good. Do need some more powers. Could you get another major and trade it off for Wither? But I think a minor to supplement getting Tree's Threshold would be pretty crazy if we get the Moon. Let's see. Got the Moon. Kind of on a bad defend. But we got it. We also have that D4, which works into France, bare minimum. You know, edge cases not happening. But I like the Tangle. Do we need 2 plant as well? Oh, so we did. It was a Moon plant that we needed to get the Threshold, but we got it. So that was a pretty nice gamble. If we didn't get it, it doesn't matter. But we'll definitely take that pickup with the available option. So we get 3 fear, and we prevent builds. Always preventing builds in case land 2 piles up is also a really cool thing. So we did France 6. Yep, because we put it back into 2. There's also a D6 on here. Oh, I said I was going to put my France 6 into land 3. That's the better play, honestly. I won't do it because I already made the move and I forgot, but that is the better play. And each land with 2 push 1 to an adjacent land without invaders. So we do have to push this guy out. I don't like that he is there. So I'm going to use that beast push. Ooh, wait a minute. I'm going to use my beast push to clear 6. That's pretty cool. Search for new lands. Coming up clutch. And we got extra defense in 3. Not too much of a problem. Could have got the increasing aggression, but we have a fear card to hedge that. Choose land with Beast, Strife, or Dahan. Downgrade 1 town or city there. This is actually kind of crazy. You would think you would want to do these cities because there's so many of them, right? But then it goes against our town supply, and we only have so much town. I'm just thinking. Beasts, most likely the Han land because everything else is not there. Downgrade. I'm gonna have to deal with land 8 and land 7 eventually. Land 7's actually okay, so I don't ever have to deal with that because of the Slave Rebellion. We don't have a good target next turn, so we want to keep 7's town there. Which I kind of want to get rid of the city in 2. I think it's okay. Gonna reduce the damage. Gives our left innate 4 damage. Or 3 with repeat on if we don't explore wetlands. I think it's okay. Jungle's Ravage. Blight. Mountains build. Except we skip builds because of Trees Radiate. And explore. France 6, France 6, France 6. Wetlands with escalation. And France 6. I'm going to put him in the Beast land with our Dahan, so he kills himself next turn on Ravage. Escalations are set up perfectly now that we did wetlands, so every other land type has a building in it. Key strategy versus French to reduce your town intake. Now we have our focus with repeats, and we have left an 8. A lot of energy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So repeating focus 2 times for 3 energy is going to do 5 damage. So I'm going to utilize that. And I'm going to move my Badland first. And because of the rules of this, our origin had 3 pieces, so now it's ignored, and we can do our repeats, or 3 presents. So that's 1, and then pay 1, 2, 3, pay 2, 4, 5. We always want to be in the land with our Badlands so we can move it with focus. It is very key. Now we get our left and 8. We get 1 fear for the town. And we get our left and 8, which is going to do 4 damage. I'm going to hop into here. I'm not killing... So... And we also destroy presents. When I do focus, I'm going to take 1 more presence from over here. I want to maintain 1 presence in this land for Dahan setup, but I also want to have 2 range Sacred Site stack. Because when I destroy presence now, this is going to put me in an awkward... Oh, this hits 2 for everything too. That's totally fine. So yeah, we'll leave it back to the way it was. Oh no, but we need repeats. So we need a stack of 3. It means I kill this presence. There we go. Unfortunately, I kind of want to maintain the Sacred Site here because of... What's that fire event? Sacred Site's under threat. Sacred Site's under threat does 2 damage in a land with Sacred Site, so kind of lost value if we get it, but it's okay. Did we France 6? Double check. Yes, we did into here. Don't need to skip this turn. We'll add one of my presences back and could draft. We go bottom with the sun. Do have our innate. Could be greedy with an extra draft, but I think the focus is more worth it. Because if land 4 comes up, I need to nuke land 2 and land 4. So there's a little bit of a tempo swing here. We're not too far ahead. We're kind of sitting above neutral, sitting above like on tempo with the invaders. But if we reclaim, we're in a good position. I like the reclaim. I'm going to work towards 3 plays first. And I'm going to play this to just have a reduced cost left in 8 where I don't have to pay blight for it. So Reclaim does get us our presence back. We are going to get the Sacred Sites under threat tech if it does come up. And I'm going to use Dark Entangled just for some extra coverage. Oh. To Fear, get a Fear card. Pretty good. Event is Slave Rebellion. So we get another Dahan. Here. And we draw. Life's Balance. I don't like this. Because it makes everybody have extra health. So we're not going to pay for this. Oh, but we removed disease. Oh, no. Bottom is so bad. What are they thinking on this event? This is the worst, one of the worst redesigns, because Strange Madness was so fun. In my opinion. Not objectively. Yeah, sadly, gonna lose our beast. Gonna add a disease, though. Which I'm going to hedge against. I'm clearing this turn. Close comes up. Maybe. Maybe not. Huh. Yeah, maybe it comes up I clear because it's ravaging. I'll put it in there. It's not. I don't want it to be in Ardahan land. I don't need it up here. If this comes up, it's going to build 2 towns, which is. I guess up here, because disease could also, you could have removals with disease effects, so that's always good in land with invaders, unless you really know what you're doing when it's not in a land with invaders, like planning endgame turns ahead of time, which is possible. Discard top miner. If it's fast, we have blight. This is why we only take 1 blight within the first few stages, and try to prevent edge cases otherwise, because this type of edge case comes up, we get another blight leverage, as well as like stuff like back-to-back stage 2s or something. It's slow. Well, it's aquifers. It's favorite. Some people may know that inside joke. Invaders and Dahan have -1 health this turn. So that's going to be pretty cool for nuking stuff. Fear card. Strife not matching the Ravage card. So we're just pre-prep that city over there. Mountains Ravage, Wetlands build, and we explore. Please do our France 6. We do Mountains. Escalation. And France 6. Wetlands will soon be safe after this Ravage, so... Could get the increasing aggression. Nothing you can do to prevent it, really. It's just kind of there. Just place it in the sands. Alright, gonna hit this. Gonna move that just to put it on coast, because coast could come up again. So this is going to be focus and 1 repeat to do 1 damage. Because of life's balance, less HP. Also kills the Dawn. And then that repeat is going to kill those guys. Targeting from and 1. And I'm going to blow up this land 1 for 4 damage. Count as -1 HP. And we destroy a presence yet again. Scorching kills all that. We've done our France 6. Let's continue. 3 plays really ahead here. I'm definitely placing back into 1 for my sacred site. Do I reclaim or do I draft? It's pretty critical that we have focus Entangled. So we don't need to reclaim. We don't need to draft here. We could draft on the reclaim one just in case we don't get a moon, or whenever we need to play trees, then we could do such a thing. Switch it up and get a little bit more damage out there. Wither, just in case we need it. I don't know, just defend. Oh, because we reclaimed. We're already in a land with 4. So it's usually like doing stuff in lands with presence. So I'm gonna just put that guy over there. Event. Okay, hardworking. Let's do top. I'll put it in 7. That seems okay. Ooh, Coast is gonna be nasty here if we get it. Sure. That seems okay. Can't. So yeah, we dodge hardworking cheese. We would explore from an inland land. Which means for France 6, because we can't remove, we have to push. So you're going into land 8 to reduce our town count. Great Tower 1s, set up for all of them. Most of them. Wetlands Ravage again. Mountains build. Oh, that makes Dark Entangled useful. Explore. Please do France 6. Jungles. There's our escalation. And our France 6, which last card is either coasts or sands. So we're going to France 6 into the wetlands here, because it's not coming up again. Because I can defend that next turn pretty easily, I'm going to use Focus. And sadly, nuke our Dahan in land 3. Which is going to look like this. What do I do, like place some Badlands in there? Three, 4, 5. We get 1 repeat. 1, 2, 3. Really wish I placed my presence in 2. Use my left innate there at range 1. Scorching Convergence. Because now I have to do some silly stuff, which is like, I'm going to pre-prep this land with the Badlands. I could just defend this. It doesn't have to be over. Oh, there's an enemy. Yep. Scorching. So focus is going to do this. Kill these guys for 1. And then we're going to use our left innate to kill the rest. Get the 3 fear plus the 1. Off the town. Gonna destroy my presence from there to not add blight. And yeah, wither I'm just putting up here. Ah, actually, yeah, that's okay. Future stuff. We could draft another major, not that we need to, but we'll do it. Oh, we use our fires. I'll reclaim. This turn is just going to be pushing cheese. Oh, I lied. I lied about lying. Can't cheese. We gotta play Wither. Friend 6 was in there. So -1. We're playing Wither because of Coast Explorer, then we're hitting the jungles with it. It's either that or Sands. Defense. Fear push. That's it for now. No beasts. Extra defense. Ignore strife. No beasts. I'm just going to push that Explorer out of there into 5, so 4 is clear. A little bit easier to kill. Because it's only going to be 4 damage. Would have been smart to put the Badlands in there instead. In case it came up for 5 damage with just left innate so that I could use focus somewhere else. Like, on that. Jungles. Mountains Ravage. We get 2 damage counterattack. Jungles build. Good thing put the disease there. Pretty nice. Have a lot of towns anyway. 5. 1, 2, 3. 4 with the escalation. If there's an escalation. So yeah, because Coast comes up here, we play Wither, so we could ping our coastal Badlands for 1 damage, plus 1 is 2 damage to nuke that. Then we're just gonna clean those out. So I'm gonna use 1 repeat of focus. Kill that. And then I'm going to use my left innate to jump into here. So we're going to do 5 damage because the Badlands in the land up there. And get 3 fear. And 5 damage. Kills both of those. And we have to destroy a presence. So I'm going to destroy 1 off the top there. Easy peasy. So because we have that, I can actually do this play. So I'm going to G3 and get 7 energy to double down on Trees Radiate here. Where I place doesn't really matter. I'm going to Trees Radiate. I'm going to get 2 Fear. And then I'm going to Trees Radiate to get 3 Fear and do 4 damage. And then do it one more time for 4 energy. Oh, I don't have 4 energy! No! I guess 2 more Fear from... Oh, 2 more Fear from Dark Entangled. That does it! GG. 73, pretty good. But yeah, this is some random variation gameplay that you don't have to conform to, you know, these standard minor builds or anything, you know, even if we promote them as pretty optimal. It all just depends on what comes up and what you do with it and how you play around kind of all the nuances of each adversary and everything. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope the thoughts were interesting. Thanks for watching. Peace.